One day.
Take 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay, hold
Let's
on.
do this again.
Hold on. We're going to do it again.
Welcome again to another episode of Purl Perspectives. I'm Carine.
I'm Anahí.
And I'm Ali.
And we're 3 live friends who are coming to you from Ottawa, Canada, where we talk all things fibercraft, knitting, crochet, and everything else that comes to mind. We are yappers.
Yeah, the yappiest of yappers.
So we yap away.
It'll be great.
And just a second before we started the live stream, I was telling these 2 guys, oh my god, I think for the first time we're on time. We're going to start on time.
And then I said, you're going to jinx it.
Famous last words.
And I did indeed jinx it because the microphone wasn't even on.
It's okay. One day, we will get it.
That's
on the first try.
That one day is going to be a day where we have enough money to hire somebody to do all the...
You know what?
I feel like for us. That's going to be the day where everything goes smoothly is when somebody else is doing it. Not to denigrate your abilities, because you definitely have more abilities than both of us combined.
Pretty much.
I was just going to say, should I be getting paid?
Yes, you should be.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, well, honestly, I just, Googled my question, and then I did what it said. So.
You know what? Google has saved me from so many weird things and, problems, specifically technical problems.
Yeah.
So, if it works for you,
We'll see. It's going to be interesting. But it'll be
Hello,
fun.
Anvita. Welcome to the live stream. How are you? Thank you for letting us know the sound wasn't working.
We appreciate.
We desperately need
do
people like you in our
We need
lives.
guidance.
I'm going to put the keyboard over here. Hopefully it won't fall off.
Pass it. I'll put it back on this side of the couch.
Okay, thank you.
So then it's a little less likely to get bumped by a person or dog. Person and or dog. Or cat.
Or, yes.
Or cat today.
There is a cat today.
We have a cat in the studio, aka my living room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited. He might actually make an appearance because he's decided that my house is his kingdom and I'm merely a peasant living in it. I am cat sitting for my friend, and Gus, the Maine Coon, is here. And he's over there on his tower, and I'm just having a grand old time hanging out with a cat in this house. I'm a dog person through and through, always had dogs. My entire life since I was a baby, my family had a dog, sometimes multiple, and cats are just not pets that I usually interact with. So I was really nervous to cat sit for my friend because what if I do something wrong? What if I don't know what's happening? Or what if they don't like to be pet the way my dog likes to be pet? What if my dog doesn't get along with him? But this cat is just so loving and so just chill AF. Mm-hmm. And him and Bilbo actually already met multiple times, and they've had play dates when we have game board nights. So they get along really nicely. Yeah. They nap together, which is
the cutest,
freaking adorable.
I'm surprised you haven't shared any photos on Instagram yet of the 2 of them napping.
I know, it's just sometimes they're just so cute, and I forget to take a picture.
You just enjoy the moment. There's nothing wrong with that.
The moment. But yeah, Gus is over here, and it's possible that he'll show up in camera later today.
I don't know. He looks pretty dead to the world right now because he's just like passed out.
It's
in
a
his cat
warm little spot
He's
by
in
the
a
window.
sunny
He's in his
spot.
nest, and he looks very happy.
Yeah. Honestly, does anybody else get sleepy in the sun?
Yes.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yes, I was out walking yesterday, and I was more tired walking in the sun than I was lying on my couch earlier in the day.
Yeah. It drains your energy. That's why spending a day in the sun tends to be
So,
draining.
yeah, that's
even
why
if
when you
don't
come
do a lot
home
of
from the
things.
beach, you are tired.
Yeah, 100%.
I do love the sun though, but listen, I don't want to play into stereotypes, but there's this like stereotype of like Latin American people being lazy and napping a lot. But we're like also we have a lot more sun. Oh my love!
so hard.
You just tried to jump on the couch and
Failed.
Oh my chicky.
So cute.
This is Bilbo. This is the cattest dog I've ever met, and Gus is the doggest cat.
Well,
I've
he
ever
is a
met.
Maine Coon, right?
So they're a match made in heaven.
They were made for each other.
Yeah, a dog that acts like a cat and a cat that acts like a dog.
That's pretty good combo.
This little guy, he likes to get here on the back of the
couch?
of the couch and just like hang out on your shoulder
And lick your ears.
and like yeah that part's not great. But my partner lets him do it.
That's why he likes it.
Hi.
Because somebody lets him do it.
It's funny. I always thought one day I'd get a dog and I'd be the doggiest dog owner ever, and then I spend time with this guy, and I'm rethinking all my life choices. You're so cute, but you're so gross.
Yeah, he's so stinky. Well,
It's okay. We love you.
Well, my
Got
guy
eye
has
boogers.
environmental allergies, so he gets crusty.
It's gotta be so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, we found a good spot. Oh, we
Look at
found a good
that.
spot.
Look at that.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
I love how he has no neck. I think that's one of my favorite things about Bilbo. Is it's just dog.
We do share
just-
that, him and me.
It's just dog.
It's
I
just
used to have a neck when
a
I was
head and a
young.
body, nothing in between.
Yeah. It's really funny because I think that's why pugs you don't really see pugs with collars because they just like their neck is the same size as their head, so it just slips right out. So he has to wear a harness instead when we go out walking, which is really cute. Aren't you cute?
Yeah.
Aren't you cute?
But that also seems like just more humane. A harness and a collar.
I do agree with you.
Yeah, I agree. I think the harness is like, because it distributes.
The pressure,
pressure.
like against a part of your body
Yeah.
that actually has the skeletal support to take it, and you're not choking your.
Yeah, can
your
you
pup.
imagine? I mean, sometimes necklaces make me feel uncomfortable. I couldn't. Anyway, I'm not yucking on your yum. If that's what you
All
like
that to
behind closed doors,
say,
but not for me.
I thought you were gonna say like
Bilbo
other
is-
dog owners have if it's
Also, that
because
yeah.
like it would be a very strange thing. I'm trying to picture like a big dog with a harness, and I like
I've
they
seen big
do,
dogs
but
with
like
harness.
most people will never put a harness on a big dog. It
Well,
doesn't
that's because most
compute.
people
Yeah.
will train a big dog from infancy, whereas most people don't necessarily just train the small yappy dogs.
Yes,
From
that
infancy.
is.
From infancy.
I've seen it. Like let me. There's I think it's a Maltese on my floor, and the other day I come out of of my apartment, and they're at the very end of the hallway, and the second the dog sees me, it starts like yapping. And the owner's response, I will never, ever, ever blame the dog. Never. Because it is never the dog's fault.
Mm-hmm.
But the owner's response was to go like, you shouldn't do that. But then she lets him continue yapping and like growling and like trying to go towards me. She's not disciplining him, or at least like showing him this is not okay.
Yeah.
Like there's no like positive reinforcement towards something else. Like if he doesn't do it, you give him a treat, anything, right? And it's just, having been briefly with a big dog in my life, I've seen how, like, a lot of the young, like smaller dog owners tend to treat their dog versus how they treat my dog at the time, which was like, yours is a beast, mine is an angel. And I'm like, dude, like, it's not because mine is big that it's definitely not, that it's not trained or it won't, you know? And it was immediately they'd pick up their dog and go like, take your dog away from mine. Like, okay. But how about you treat your dog?
One of us is
Yeah.
a menace,
Yeah.
and it's not my dog.
It's not my dog, and it's not your dog either. Because what's frustrating in situations like this is the small dog is not. He thinks he's protecting his owner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like he's
cutie.
not doing this to be mean. He's literally, I need to protect my owner, and by picking him up, the owner is showing, yes, you're protecting me. You're reinforcing that behavior, right? And it's like,
I never thought about it that way. But it's true. Little dogs, they don't have a lot going on for them, but they have one move, and that is yelling.
Yeah.
Yapping.
And again, you can't blame them when the owner has never, like, for them it's like, oh, but it's okay. He just yaps. Yeah, okay, that's cute. But like, then like it starts that way, right? If he yells, then he's also inclined to doing other things that are because you're not reinforcing the good behaviors, or if you are, you're not reinforcing all the good behaviors, and you're not. Because I don't want to say punish. I don't like that word. I don't think you should punish an animal in any shape or form. But there has to be a way to,
Discipline. It's disciplining.
to redirect towards positive things instead of.
I'm a big fan of positive reinforcement.
Yes.
Training.
Positive.
Reinforcement. Yes, exactly.
Love it.
Sorry, I don't have a pet, so I can't contribute anything to this conversation. So just puns only. As you work.
When we had Bilbo was a puppy, I had a friend who is a dog trainer who recommended to me a YouTube channel from a really popular UK trainer called Victoria Sitwell. And how fun is it that she trains dog and her last name is Sitwell?
Is this like, no, this has to be a it's a coincidence?
That's her name.
That's insane.
That's crazy. Anyway, I learned from her a lot of positive reinforcement techniques to train your dog. And definitely, like, I much prefer that style of pet training to the what I refer to as negative reinforcement, which is like the big no, the pulling on the leash, the putting of the thing on the collar that gives it a shock.
It's the same as...
Or like the physical punishment. No, it's not about that. I feel like you get better results when you have a loving emotional bond with your pet, and they listen to you because they care, and they like you're holding eye contact. I think that's a much better way to approach a pet-human relationship.
Also a human-to-human relationship.
Honestly, I was gonna say, like, no, but like to be fair,
it's true.
Like, I'm not sure. Negative reinforcement, or I shouldn't say I'm not sure. I don't have kids, but negative reinforcement was used on me when I was a kid, but also a lot of positive reinforcement. And what I retained mostly was the positive reinforcement. The negative, it ended up like
it turns into trauma, and your brain hides it.
It doesn't have the same effect on you when you grow up. So, like, I would think the same thing goes for pets, right? Like, anything that's a negative experience can be turned into trauma. Anything that's a positive experience, well, that you're going to keep that in mind when you're
That's just basic
older.
psychology.
Yeah.
But we'll save the rest of that trauma bonding conversation for our therapists. Why don't we move on to our dorks today?
Dorks! Do you want to start dorking?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
Or dorming?
Dork on. Dorm on.
Dorm on, dork. I like dork, but I also understand why we're using dorm.
Yeah.
Just dork sounds like dork, you know?
I have an FO that I should...
Go get it.
Okay,
I'll start my dork, and then you can, because mine's pretty quick. So my drinking today is, if I can grab it, just some Diet Coke, because I love me a crispy Diet Coke. They are the greatest thing in the world, in my opinion. My outfit, sadly, no handmades today. I am uber allergic to cats, so I didn't want to wear any of my hand knits here.
That's fair.
I did take 2 reactants about an hour ago, so let's see how my brain goes over the next couple of hours. Antihistamines, who knows? So I'm just wearing a dress that I got from an online shop that I bought before I found out that said online shop was not great.
Bit problematic.
Shein.
Yeah.
But I'm a big believer in, even if you get your clothes from a later to be found out problematic source, wearing them until they fall apart anyway.
Yes.
So I am going to keep wearing this dress.
Correct.
What I have very happily dubbed my, like, lounging around the house doing laundry auntie dress.
It is a beautiful color, though. I really love this color.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's a really classic, like, rust brown.
With the little pops of the
Yeah,
lavender.
yeah,
So
it's just
cute.
beautiful. I think it's the same, almost the same
Yeah,
color.
could
It
be,
is the
yeah,
same as
yeah.
what you're knitting.
So, yeah, just wearing no handmades today because Gus.
Because Gus, it's all
Literally,
your fault, buddy.
after
love him.
anytime I visit
He
a
is
friend's
so
place
non-important.
who has a cat, or actually dogs too, because I am technically allergic to dogs as well. My bathroom is right across the hall from my laundry machine, so I take off my I come in the door, take off my shoes, shuffle up, and then immediately close into the laundry machine and me into the shower. Anytime I go to somebody's house and they have pets.
I
That's the
love that
routine.
you have a
A
good
system.
system.
Like, it's to the point where before I leave the house to go there, I've already put the towels and the fresh clothes in the bathroom. Like, it's ready. The system is set, right?
That's
so
cute.
it's a whole thing. What am I reading?
What are you reading?
The last 2 weeks, I have been reading predominantly this series. So it's
That's
the...
a chunker.
Have you read this one?
Oh, I have the first book.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like super excited to like know what you think because everybody's been telling me how like really good it is. Okay.
I feel like you're not gonna like what she has to say.
You don't like it?
So I'm reading the Kindred's Curse saga by Penn Cole. I'm currently on the 3rd book, Heat of the Everflame.
Mm-hmm.
The 4th book, I think, was supposed to come out this fall, but they've pushed it back to early next year.
Okay.
There's a podcast I listen to called The Fantasy Fangirls.
Oh, I love them.
They've been doing a deep dive reading of this series, which is why I read it. And reading it is because I wanted to listen to those episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm about 250 pages into this 3rd book, so I still have quite a ways to go.
Before you go on, I just took a glimpse of the inside of the book, and the pages design is fantabulous.
That's
But, like,
gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. There's
there's like
beginning-
drawings.
So the beginnings. Wait, hold on. There's one it's like a full page. Let me find it. They are absolutely gorgeous. First of all,
Look
they've
at
got
that
these
design.
like drawings
Push it a
around the
little
chapter
forward, my
headings.
friend.
But there's one chapter somewhere in here where it's like a full 2-pager because that's part 2. Here we go.
Wow.
So they've done like a full. So this makes sense. I don't want to give too. Yeah.
There we go. So
It's a whole
cool.
it's a whole tree.
Yeah, the imagery makes sense when you start reading the books because there's a tree called the Everflame that gets referenced a lot. So I'm assuming that that's the tree that the drawing is of.
Okay.
Now, my thoughts. I think the plot is interesting. I'm intrigued to see where the author goes.
Takes it.
Mm-hmm.
I am also not a fan of the main female character, DM.
Okay.
Oh.
Personally, professionally.
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 That can be extrapolated upon after you've read.
Okay.
Okay, yes.
I just, as is the case with a lot of these books that are written that kind of straddle the line between like YA and not YA, I find, and I think it's just because I'm in my mid-30s and I am a hopefully emotionally mature person. I think that's just why. I don't like these like 18, 19, 20-year-olds.
Okay. I see what you
Because
mean.
it's like,
Because they're making bad decisions.
like, have you just thought about sitting down and talking to the other person? Like, you won't have 50 chapters of problems if you just had a conversation where you were like, hey, so this is a thing that I'm doing. Are you okay with that? Can you help me with that? Like,
my partner likes to say, your knees must be hurting from all these jumping to conclusions.
exactly. But that's exactly it with this main character. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm invested. I'm gonna finish this one when the 4th comes out. I'll get it from the library again because this is also a library copy. Support your local libraries, folks.
OPL.
Ottawa Public Library. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying them so far. I think I rated the first one like 3.5 stars and the second one like 3.25 stars or something, because I will happily continue reading a book if I like the plot, even if the characters are annoying to me. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever.
I just want to point out that he is snoring and it's adorable. You kind of like you probably can't hear it, but it's like a softest.
I
little
can see
snore.
his belly rising.
Yeah.
His nose is like smacked in the...
So cute. That's a cute cat.
That's
adorable.
a snore. That's a cat snore. He snores just like my cat.
I have to say, Ali, I really admire your tenacity
Well,
and
'cause I think the
dedication to finish a
storyline-
series.
I think
even
the
if it's
storyline
annoying.
is fascinating, right? Like, I'm excited to
And
find
that's-
out what happens because there's a lot of books that I read, and I do this to myself. You know what? I will take that as, like, I will discredit where discredit is due, I guess. I do read a lot of books where I don't like the characters. And that's totally fine, right? Like, you don't have to like a character to like a book.
That's true.
This is a series where I'm intrigued by the plot. I'm intrigued by the world building. It's got some things that are new-ish to the, I don't want to say to the genre, but to me as a reader. There's some of the decisions the author has made in terms of the world building and the characters is like different from what I expected for a book of this genre, which I appreciate. And yeah, I don't mind a deeply dislikable character. If I only read books where I like the characters, I'd be reading the same book over and over and over again.
This is
that's
true.
not how you widen your mind, right?
Well,
That's
and
true.
to be fair, I did watch the entirety of the Tiger King series.
Yeah.
And there are 0 likable characters in that entire show.
Yep.
I have not watched it.
Don't do it.
And I'm
Save
happy
yourself.
to, you know...
You're gonna hate it.
No, I know. I don't want to know.
So, the second season was even worse.
I'm sorry. There was a
Yeah.
second
Yes, there was.
season?
Yes, and it's bad.
So yeah, I'm, you know what, on the whole, I'm enjoying these. I'm not taking it in as like, it's gonna change my life, because I don't think that it will. But I am enjoying the magic system. I'm enjoying the world building. I'm enjoying the plot line. If I read a book and I can guess what's gonna happen regularly, I get bored.
Mm-hmm.
This is a book where there have been occasions where I'm like, this is going to be a thing that comes up later. And in some cases I have been proven right. But I don't think that's a function of predictability. I think that's just a function of me being a persistent fantasy reader who recognizes patterns and plot building.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's
Kind of like when you're really good at cooking and then you can sort of figure out what the ingredients are in a dish.
Exactly.
Because you've just like done it so many times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll close the window.
Sounds like there's some...
Something's happening.
Something's
We
happening.
do live kind of close to a fire station. But don't worry, she'll be back. She'll be back.
Aww.
Look at that little tongue sticking out. Anyway, yeah, I'm enjoying these. I got the first one from the library, read it, enjoyed it. I had found a secondhand copy of the second one, so I bought it, and I put the third one on hold at the library when I finished the first one, and I was like 800th in line. So I was like, oh, I don't have to read the second one right away. I'll be fine. I've got lots of time. And then like last week, I got a notification that they're like, it's arrived at the library, and I'm like, I put it on hold 3 weeks ago.
That's crazy to me
What?
that 800 people already read
I
this.
don't think that's the case. I think what happens is if a book is returned to a library and somebody has said that that's their pickup location for a hold, that they'll, instead of sending it across town to whoever's next in line, they'll have it as like, you're the next person who gets it for that location.
Oh,
Right?
maybe.
So while there might be 800 holds on it, that's spread between however many libraries have a copy of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
And then
understand.
once you get through, like, if there's like 6 holds at this one location, they'll fulfill them all at that location and then send it to another one.
Oh.
That way there's a less of a carbon impact. The book is just coming in and out by foot of the one library location before it gets put in a transport van to go to the next library location.
I did not know that it worked that way. That's
I'm not
really
100%
cool.
certain. I am
It kinda makes
extrapolating
sense.
based off of my
Experience.
with
Yeah,
the
that
library
makes
system and
sense.
whatever, so.
That does make sense, and I appreciate the strive for sustainability.
So yeah, I read the second one last week, and I'm reading the third one this week, and yeah, this is going to be great for my Storygraph page challenge. I'm going to get like 1,400 pages in under 2 weeks. I'm like stoked. My September numbers are going to be stacked.
And are you knitting?
I am knitting.
A fresh cast on?
This
wow.
is, you won't believe it, a swatch.
Wait,
Stop.
I know. Look at these two faces.
Did she say what I think she said?
Did you say
And I don't
swatch?
mean the watch, I mean a swatch.
You're swatching?
Unfortunately.
I feel like you're clutching your pearls right now. Like,
If
what?
I had any pearls, I'd be clutching them.
So,
Why?
oh, I printed off the... Okay, first of all, I'd like to say I am knitting the Oporto tea by Susanne Summers, also
Great
known
name.
as Soci
Great name.
Knits. I didn't know this because I've never knit any of her patterns before, but she also, in addition to like the beautiful full scale, full color, full image pattern, she prints out she creates a printer friendly version of the pattern that reduces the size of all the images, reduces the number of images, and makes everything black and white. So instead of printing off 15 pages, I've printed off 4 double-sided pages, and I have the whole pattern.
Nice.
So I'm really excited about that. But this is a pattern that is knit across the body this way.
Yeah.
And it's knit in...
Oh, you start at the sleeve and you knit this way.
Exactly.
Got it.
And it's knit in cartridge belt ribbing.
That's a new one for me.
Yeah.
Which is, according to this, a 1-row repeat worked over a multiple of 4 stitches plus 1 stitch. So I haven't knit cartridge belt ribbing before. And I'm using 2 different bases. I'm using a 100% merino single, and I'm using, I think it's a sock yarn. Let me check.
Which is probably a 4-ply.
Yeah,
it's a merino nylon 4-ply fingering. So I'm mixing bases. I'm doing a stitch I've never done before, and I am notorious for having row gauge that does not match the pattern. I can get stitch gauge perfect, but because I knit English style, I end up with shorter stitches. So because I'm knitting this way, it's not really a try on as you go type of thing.
Yeah.
And because this is potential travel knitting for me, I kind of want to have all my math and numbers down so that I can pre-plan all the modifications before I even start knitting.
Those are all
That's
excellent
fair.
reasons for swatching.
I hate it, but I'm going to do it.
I'm just one of those people that would rather frog than swatch.
Yeah. Because my thing is, based on the pattern, the way the designer has designed the pattern, the size that I would knit width-wise is actually much longer than my body requires. I think it's like full 18 inches from the back of the hem all the way... or the back of the neck all the way to the hem. Whereas if I put on a crop top and I measure it, it's like 14 inches. So like I don't need that much like depth to the pattern.
I understand.
So I need to be on it when it comes to the math before I cast on.
And write it down.
Especially since you're casting on and it's like up over the shoulder and around the back. So like 200, 300 stitches, whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to cast on 300 stitches if I could get away with only casting on 220.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true.
So, because then that'll save me yarn, that'll save me time, and then, I'm not, like, halfway into it about to do neck separation and being like, this is too long. I need to rip back. Because I would hate that. I don't know if I'd continue. So, I'm doing a swatch. I'm doing a swatch.
It's for you, right? You're not going to give it away? Okay.
It's for me. Yeah, it's for me. I'm doing a swatch. I want to see how these two yarns work.
And I just need to point out that your yarn is the exact color of your dress.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, it's pretty much just...
Do we have a palette? I don't know.
I feel like
This is the 100% merino in Cottage Walk. It is the color Oxblood. I got it at Espace Tricot in Montreal. And this is
the brand from Stephen and Penelope, right?
No, I don't think it's German. Hand-dyed with care in Germany.
Okay. Yeah. I have a few of those at home.
They're
carried by
Stephen and Penelope.
Okay,
but Cottage Walk is not. I just got it at a local Montreal store.
It's really nice.
It's quite nice. And then this is from Fiberland.
We love Fiberland.
Which I purchased at the Wool Emporium de Laine booth at a festival. I can't remember which one.
Twist, probably.
But they also go to the Glebe Community Center for the Weavers and Spinners Guild. Either way, I love it. It's like a really soft gray with like yellow and orange and black speckles to it. So I think it'll blend really well. This is the color Summer Pebble.
Aww.
Yeah.
I love this combination together. I think like the little specks of like orange and yellow and gray kind of go really well with this other one.
So I'm really hoping
Are you going to stripe?
Yeah.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not held together. It's one...
Yeah. However, if I realize in doing the swatch that the sizing comes out dramatically differently, what I could do is color block and adjust my stitch count.
That's so much math. I can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But you do you.
Yeah, so this is why we're doing it. I'm also swatching now because I wanted to take this with me while I was traveling for work, and I didn't want to be stuck on the second day of my work trip and be like, this doesn't function, and then not only have my sock project. I want to be able to put some progress on this.
That'd be really sad.
Yeah, I would be really sad because then I wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Yeah,
I'd be away from home,
You'd be stuck
away
and
from
you'd
my
have to
stash.
carry it around.
Yeah, so
yeah.
It'd be annoying, but it wouldn't be the end of the world.
I am proud of you. I'm proud of you for swatching.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
It makes me want to be a better man, honestly.
What?
Because I never swatch, and I should.
I don't usually, but if it was only one of all of those things that I had to consider, I probably wouldn't swatch. But it's all of the things. It's mixed spaces, it's construction, it's a stitch I've not done before, it's modifying sizes and lengths. Yeah.
It's too many variables
Yeah.
to not have one control.
Yeah. Granted, 9 times out of 10 when I swatch, the swatch never actually matches the finished garment page.
Well, that's not.
This is why I never do it. My swatches lie.
But it will tell me some valuable information. Like,
True.
are these 2 yarns going to go together without, like, really getting misshapen
Rippling.
between the stripes? Like, yeah.
That's a good point.
You know, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I might change my mind
Good
and not
for
bring
you.
this entirely at all and just do
If
something
it gives
else.
you grief, don't.
Yeah. So we'll see how frustrated I am by the end of our episode. Yeah,
That'll be a good indicator.
I think knitting the stitch itself will be fine. It'll just be what the numbers tell me.
I think the worst that can happen is that you cast on another Tolsta.
Honestly, that was my like, oh, okay, if this doesn't work, we're
Back
just
up.
just gonna cast on a third
I'm just
Tolsta.
gonna cast on another Tolsta.
Because I have yarn for another one that I'm like, that would make a nice Tolsta.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that's my dork.
You dork.
Yeah. Me dork. You dork.
Me dork?
Yeah.
I want to know this FO.
I dork.
Yes.
I have 2 FOs actually, and that's not part of the dork, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I'm drinking a Tim Hortons iced coffee. We were very lazy and luxurious today, and we ordered Tim Hortons delivery. So I've got my iced coffee with me.
Nice.
Is it good coffee? Probably not. Do I love it? Absolutely yes.
Scratches an itch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just Tim Hortons hits different for me. There's a time and a place for it. It's kind of like a daily ritual sort of thing. It's not like, oh, I'm really itching for that roastiness of coffee and the delightful notes of I don't care about it. It's not gourmet coffee. It's just nice and sweet and creamy and delicious. So that's what I'm drinking today. My outfit, I am wearing a colorful skein t-shirt that I'm really happy about. I got it from, well, we got it together, right? We all got it.
Yeah.
From Rebecca Close merch launch from a month ago.
Yeah, it was her, I think it was like her July merch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's no longer in store. You can't buy it anymore, unfortunately. Sorry about that.
We sold it out.
I almost wore mine today.
This is so funny.
I had it on, and then I was like, oh, cat hair is going to stick to this. And I
This
took
is
it
my
off.
first time wearing it, actually.
It's quite
I just
nice.
hadn't put it on, and I'm quite happy with how it fits. I'm wearing a size large. What size is this?
I think
Extra
it's a
large?
large. Extra large.
I'm wearing a size extra large, and it's perfectly like loosey-goosey for me. And I'm wearing it with my Winslow culottes from Helen's Closet that I sewed myself with mystery fabric from the thrift store. No idea what this fabric is, but it's very comfortable, and it's kind of like an all-terrain sort of trouser that I wear like casually or to the office or party style or whatever.
Great
It's
choice.
just very, very,
Great
very comfy
choice.
trousers. Looks good with a t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
My reading, I started reading literally yesterday. I got a recommendation for a spooky book, and since we are full on spooky season, so close to October, which is official spooky season, I started reading it. It's called Starling House.
Ooh.
I'm probably 4 or 5 chapters in. Oh my god.
It's by Alix E. Harrow. Harrow?
Harrow? I am not sure. I never read horror. This is my first horror, or like spooky, I would say, book. I do read mysteries and thrillers and such, but this is the first one that's supposed to be like spooky, ghost-like, you know? And I'm loving it. It's so cute. I like the voice. I like the style of writing. The narrator is really good. I'll tell you guys how it goes. I'm not sure how it's gonna go for me because the really the really creepy parts haven't even started yet. We're just like touching, like
You're
laying the
tiptoeing in.
groundwork.
Yeah.
We're really just like testing the water right now. But so far so good. I'm liking it.
I
And
think I have a physical copy. I should probably read that too.
of the Starling House.
I think I have several of her other books.
Shout
Oh
out
my.
to Alix who recommended it to me. I'll let you know how it goes, Alix. Thank you for the rec.
This unofficial book club that's propped up, amazing, amazing.
Honestly, yeah.
Truly.
And as I was saying to Alix, like the reason why I don't have a lot of books on hold at the library is because I'm not one to research them. I wait for other people to say, "Oh, I love that book," and then I'm like, maybe I should read that too. You know, I like my recommendation secondhand. Like someone else already vetted it for me, and I don't have to figure it out on my own.
Yep.
Not that I don't trust the research. No, not the research. The
Like the blurbs?
yeah, exactly. Or like the star system of rating. It's just like it's not people that I know, right?
Yeah.
But the star system is so subjective. Like, I will rate a book 2 stars on vibes alone, whereas other people are like, this is a 7-star read for me.
Oh my god.
Like, it really is so subjective.
It's really, really rare that I actually take reviews into account.
Oh,
Just
I'll
because
read
I
the
don't-
reviews.
I don't want to know.
Oh, I love reading
I
reviews.
really
because-
don't want to know because 3/4 of the time, if everybody hated it, somehow I liked it, and when everybody's like, it's amazing, I'm like, this was crap. So, like, I can't.
Yeah.
Maybe
No, I
you're
read
a
reviews.
hipster.
Maybe I'm just, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but, like, the few times where I would read a review, I would be disappointed by the review. You know what I mean? Like, I would be like, that was not what I experienced at all. So I just decided that, that was not for me. I just rather make my own opinion, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't.
Fair enough.
That's fair. Yeah, well, this is kind of why I trust my friend's recommendation more than I trust the reviews online, because what if this person's just not a person that I would consider my friend or having good taste or being similar to me? Then why would I care about their opinion?
At least your friend will most likely know the kind of book that you would want to read, or you know what I mean? Like you have a better idea of.
I need to interject here for a second and issue a retraction from last week's and previous week's dorks of mine.
Oh.
I said that the Galactic Bonds series by Jennifer Estep, the first one being called Only Bad Options, was recommended to me by knitting friend Carolyn. I was wrong. I told her, I went to thank her for her recommendation, and she's like, I've never heard of this book before. And I'm like, so if you were the one who recommended Only Bad Options to me, please identify yourself, because I need to give you a big hug and say thank you, because I am loving that series. So just needed to offer that slight retraction and correction from last time's story.
I also love that, like,
Because friend recommendations come in clutch.
the immediate response of, like, oh, I'm loving this book. It must have been recommended by Carolyn.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
The librarians always have the best choices.
Yeah, like really
Excellent
good
taste
taste.
in books.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent taste in books.
So,
Also, excellent taste in fanfics. She's recommended a couple of really good ones.
nice.
And I'm still knitting on these pair of baby pants that I was working on 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not working on it as much as I probably should,
You're
given
so
the fact
close
that
to
I'm
being
on a
done,
timeline, on a deadline. But I'm very close, yeah. I'm done one of the legs, and now I'm working on the second leg, and it is so adorable. Okay, I'm going to show you in a second. This is my last stitch of the round. These little guys, are you freaking kidding me?
Your yarn management on point, babe.
This is just
This is such beautiful.
adorable. Look at that. This baby's gonna be so stylish. Look at it. I'm so happy with it. I don't know why they ask you to, like, close a crotch, like cast off the crotch open and then sew it at the end of the two, when we could just, like, 3-needle bind it in the middle and then done the separate. Anyway, that's for a problem for another day. But I'm really liking this. I think you would like it too if you have any babies in your life that you want to knit pants for.
Or dolls.
Or dolls. Or really tiny friends, I guess. They're super cute and super easy to do, and I'm really enjoying it. The yarn's also working out real nice.
They would make such a good gift for any tiny human in your life.
Yeah, super sweet. And this baby's going to be born in December. Okay. So she's going to need woolen pants for sure.
Yeah. Oh, cheesy.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be like uniform, I'm guessing. Yeah. So we'll see how fast I can crank these out. And if I finish them soon, like way before December, then, which I think I might.
You'll finish them by the end of September, I think, at this rate.
I might make her another pair in a bigger size, because this is a newborn size. Like, look at
Smart.
This teeny tiny.
Yeah, and then I guess if you make the 1-year-old size, they're good for next year's winter.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, that's what I'm knitting, and I have FOs. I've been forgetting to mention that I finished the bag that I was knitting a long time ago. Yay! This is the typical clutch. No, the typical clutch by Tiffany Liew. And
it's so cute.
It's really cute. And it's a little misshapen because I have a lot of shit in there. But it was a really fun knit and a good way to get rid of my stash. Originally, I made it because I wanted to keep the camera in there, but then I started putting sewing stuff in there. So now it has sewing stuff. Which is good. Which is nice.
You only have to go one place to find all your kit.
Exactly. Thank you for validating that. And yeah, I knitted it, and when my mom was visiting, she made the lining and sewed it on with a
that's
zipper.
That's really kind of her.
So now it has a zipper, and I didn't have to do that, which is great. Yeah, I love this guy.
Yay!
And yesterday morning, I finished my latest obsession.
It's so cute, man.
It's adorable.
I don't think you're ready for this.
It's so
I don't think you're
cute.
ready for this. I learned how to needle felt, and I made an egg. It's so cute!
Oh,
look at this derpy egg! I'm obsessed! I need to give him a name. I need to hang him on the wall. So cute. So cute.
I would like to present the name Llewellyn for consideration.
Llewellyn! Llewellyn the egg! I'm so happy with how this little guy came out. It
really looks awesome.
It's so sweet, like really floofty, and I can't believe how easy it was to make. There's just a lot of stabbing.
Which can be very therapeutic.
And it was. It was very relaxing, very therapeutic. You let out all of your aggression into the egg, and it turns into something adorable. I got this as a kit at Ottawa Comic Con from a creator who is she's an illustrator, but she also does needle felting. So she makes needle felting kits based on her illustration designs. Cute. So she has this character that she's made like multiple prints and posters and comics about, and she made the egg into a felting kit, and I bought it. And then she went live to teach everybody how to make it. And that's how I learned.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
What's the name of her shop?
Her Instagram is Beautiful Pancakes.
Beautiful Pancakes.
Yeah. Beautiful Pancake Love.
Beautiful Pancake Love. Excellent.
Yeah. Beautiful Pancake Love. Thank you so much for your wisdom and your kit. It was really cute. $25, and you get hours and hours of fun, a new skill, and some friends.
You could make some bacon. You could make some.
Oh my god, bacon! You need bacon.
I'm 100%
Yes,
gonna
and like
make
hash
some bacon.
browns.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
So funny.
Hash browns. Yeah.
Yeah. He needs friends.
Yeah.
He's all alone right now.
I'm so excited. Yeah, and he looks so derpy with those, like the big nose
teeth?
and the little eyes and the teeth.
I mean, for me, it's the teeth. They
It's
just
the
make
teeth.
the whole face.
They just make the whole thing.
They do.
So
They do, you're right.
silly.
Oh my gosh, that's so
I'm
funny.
just in love with this little egg, and anyway, I made him extra runny because I like the like irregular shape. Although the kid said to make him like an oval or whatever. I'm not about that life. I like to complicate things a lot, so I made him extra runny and misshapen because that's what I wanted. So this is my FO.
Cute.
Llewellyn. She's gonna stay right here.
Amazing. Amazing. So cool.
That's me, Carine. Are you dorking?
Alright, let me just finish this so that I don't lose my stitch. There we go.
Yep.
Let's not do that.
Yeah,
so today I'm just drinking water again because I biked over here not knowing there was a bike race on my way, literally passing by my house. Like and I don't mean the street, like the big street. I mean the tiny street behind my house. They actually blocked the street because
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were passing like right at the corner there.
Oh, interesting.
I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Okay, well, you gotta get to places, so.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously there were like cops everywhere to make sure everything was, that cars were not interrupting. Anyway, all this to say that I needed agua. So that is what I've been drinking. Outfit. Well, this is my finished object. I finally finished the Tonight top.
It looks so good.
I am so excited. It did grow a little bit more than I wanted it to. Funny enough, this is also... So I expected it to grow a little bit, just not that much. So this is actually one size smaller than I would have. And it's still a bit too big. Wow. So I think I should have probably gone two sizes because of the silk. So now for my next project that I'm going to make with that yarn, I know.
But the neck is kind of perfect though.
Oh, I know. So this part is perfect.
I would keep that neck size.
Like this part here is a little like...
The sleeves.
Yeah, the sleeves. Yeah. So I probably would have to do a bit of like modification. But my next project is probably going to be another summer top, but just not this one. So I'm assuming if it's not stockinette, it might actually not grow as much. So we'll see. But I'm very happy with it does feel fantastic, freaking wonderful, and it's perfect for work. It's not like like it's still a very nice uniform color. So you just put a cardigan on top. Speaking of which, my other FO this week is an FO I finished a really long time ago, but I wasn't wearing because I didn't like the buttons.
So you swapped with the buttons?
I swapped the buttons 2 days ago, and I was like, oh my god, now I want to wear it every day.
Oh,
and it's just like the difference is, it's so stupid. It's just buttons, but the ones that I had for that, because it's a cardigan that's really gray, and I had these like flashy blue and white and like I don't know, it was very resin buttons, so they were very flashy, and somehow
it was clashing with the rest of it.
But then I switched them. I went to Fabricland the other day, and I just bought these like really normal gray, but like a little bit metallic gray.
Oh, nice.
And they just look lovely with it. So that was my.
Sometimes simple is best.
Yeah, and it took like 5 minutes.
Nice.
So I definitely, now I'm going to wear it, is what I'm saying.
Well, just in time because it's sweater weather.
Yep. Yes. I'm so excited for that.
It's cardigan time.
For what I'm reading, yesterday I started reading The Lover Forbidden from J.R. Ward, if you're familiar with her, Black Dagger Brotherhood series. This is the 23rd book in the series.
Oh my god, that's a long list.
And I have read every single one of them.
Really?
I've been reading the series since, oh my god, since before moving here. No, maybe not.
You've
mentioned... Like, it's I have every book.
You've mentioned...
Now, I will admit that recently, because she took a bit, kind of a hiatus where it was a little bit slower for books to come out. And some of her more recent books have a hint of I'm trying to show this to a new generation, and I can kind of tell a little bit. So there's a bit of repetition, and there's a few things that I'm not necessarily I wouldn't have seen it that way, how do I say, it doesn't fit with the rest of the series. It does, but a little different. It it hits differently. I want to say. However, she did a brilliant thing where. I think it's brilliant, where she found a way to get the plot forward, and then you get the story of all the characters. You know how it is. Like one character, you get to see all the characters throughout the books, and everybody gets their story at some point. And then she did she found a way to make a time skip. Oh, so that all the kids that were born throughout that original cast of members are now adults, and now it's their stories that you're seeing. So, and I am enjoying that, and it kind of fits with I'm showing this to the new generation. Yeah. But again, like kind of like what you said, where they're younger and like some of the stuff they do, I'm just like because the older generation, they were older.
Yeah.
They were already in their 30s, 40s, like
Yeah,
so they were. But this younger generation, they're not necessarily like kids, but they're still younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So their behavior is a bit more. I don't want to say immature, just not as mature, I guess.
What?
I mean,
That's
it's not immature,
literally-
but you know, like it's not immature. It's just
They just
not
don't
as,
have the emotional maturity to
Yes.
make better decisions.
Yeah, so
'Cause
like
they are children.
well, they're not though. They're like between, you know what I mean? They're not they're not 18, but they're not like 35
So
or plus.
there's a new like I don't know if genre is the right word for it. I guess so. But you know how there's young adult
Yeah.
and then there's adult fiction?
Yeah.
Well, new adult has emerged as
Okay.
the identifier
Well,
for books
that
where the
fits-
characters are like 18 to 25.
Yeah, so
new
that,
adult.
that sounds about right. And it's again like I'm enjoying it. I started it yesterday and it's 800 pages and I have 100 left. So clearly I'm enjoying it. But like I said, it's just it hits a little differently.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
it's kind of funny because this author has a really good talent for giving you glimpses of what's happening in future books.
Mm-hmm.
So
She plants seeds.
she plants
early.
seeds early, and the thing is, like, I still remember when I started reading the stories, there were seeds planted like 10 books in advance about the two characters that you're going to see 10 books later.
Yeah.
And she does that every book, so you like the tension builds, and then by the time it's their book, you're like, I want the book like yesterday.
Yeah.
So the one that's coming out afterwards is the one I've been looking forward to. Like, the one I'm reading now is fine. Like,
Yeah.
I enjoy it more than the latest one, the one before. But I'm looking forward to the next one. And in the last 2-3 books, she's been hinting at that book so I'm kind of like looking at these crumbs every time it's a chapter. I'm like, oh yeah, like
So cool.
and it's like a tiny chapter. It's like 10 pages of like one scene, and I'm just like, yeah! It's like I'm starved for it. And then when you get to, like, when I'm assuming when I get to the actual book, I mean, not funny enough, I think I might not be
Like it as ready? Yeah.
much. Just
I love that
because
this is like a 20-year scavenger hunt.
right, exactly. That's a bit what it. But yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. J.R. Ward. It's very much a paranormal romance with vampires, pretty much.
Love that.
And there's a war happening between them and the Slayers, who happen to smell like baby powder, and I think that's funny. So every time they smell baby powder, they're like, oh shit, like. But yeah.
The everlasting war between the vampires and the vampire slayers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That sounds
yeah.
really cool.
As for what I'm knitting, well, I started the wonderful, amazing. Let me just get it. It's the Matcha jumper
Yes.
Matcha.
You've mentioned this
from
in the past.
Ver, knitting pattern by Ines Oliveira.
Okay.
So obviously, as the name suggests, not that it should be green, but it's called matcha. You'd think
Yeah.
the sweater would be green, and I was intended to buy green yarn, and then I saw this, and I didn't think. So,
That
And you were
yarn
like, no, no, no,
is-
no.
and I was like, you know what? Listen, if I really like this sweater, I will make a second one that will happen to be green. But for now, I wanted this lovely,
That is
wonderful
such a
fluff
lovely color.
of color
Yup.
that I'm obsessed with, it's called sky blue, but it's giving me like soft lilac
Yeah.
more than sky blue. But I mean, who am I to judge? So I'm just obsessed with it. I really don't care what it's called.
It's so good.
It's just it's kind of like sky, but like with clouds in it,
yeah.
like but like in the morning, really
Love.
early,
Yeah.
with that hint of like.
Like it's
A
just
little
barely
pinkish,
sunrise,
a little bit.
sunrise-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what and it's like the softest, most velvety friggin' thing I've ever it's one of the most softest merino I've ever touched. So I'm very happy to.
So this is the Wandering Flock.
Yes, this is the Wandering Flock. It is also my first time using the Wandering Flock, so I'm very excited to just give it a shot.
Awesome.
Oh, my little neighbor is out there. Hello.
He's trying to get Gus's attention.
Gus does
And
not
when
care.
Gus is not caring, in any shape or form. But yeah, so that's.
Did you get this? Was yarn you got this year at Knit City?
Yes, yes, it was. It literally went. How do I say this? Like, when you have like a lot of yarn, at home already, and then you see this yarn, and it's like you forget everything else you have,
Yeah.
and then you're like, I don't care how much yarn I'm excited about at home. This is my next project. That's how
That happens to me every day.
this is the Wandering Flock for me. Like,
Wow.
I saw this and I was like, I don't care what it takes. Like, those two were literally the same.
Yeah.
I got them at the same. It was
I
at
don't
Knit City,
know
Montreal.
what addictive magic Geraldine puts into all of her colorways, but goddamn Geraldine from the Wandering
I
Flock is just a wizard for
love
color.
it.
And pastels
Yeah.
specifically.
Like, I knit my first Tolsta tee in her tea lang, which is the Filipino word for pea flower, if I remember correctly. But I knit it in just the merino, not with the fluff. And it was the most luxurious on your hand. I don't think I've knit a shirt that fast because it was such an enjoyable knit that this year at Knit City I got 2 more skeins in like the citron green color, and I'm kicking myself for not getting the fluff at the same time.
No, it's honestly, now that I know what it
makes
feels
such a good
like
fabric.
to freaking hold in my hands next
Yeah,
time,
that is
I'm gonna like bankrupt myself.
Look,
Getting all the yarn.
There's no word of a lie, because she's based in the US, you're paying American dollar prices. She was charging us, I think, in American dollar?
Yeah.
Maybe?
I think.
Yeah. So, like, yes, it did come out to be about just over $40 a skein. But if you are in a place in your making where you want to A, splurge, or B, can afford it, and you really want to invest in, like, a really nice, like, high quality, really ultra soft merino, you can't go wrong with the Wandering Flock.
Yeah, and I mean, I know right now, like, we're all about, like, buy Canadian and, you know, but, I mean, like, I agree with that, but I also agree that we gotta support our fellow crafters. And
especially when they're actively standing up against the tyranny and dictatorships that are occurring in the States right now.
And I just want to point out that, because I was thinking about this today, I'm so happy that we have this moment where we actually just, like, come together and just talk, and not talk about that, just talk about anything, because I'm realizing watching the news every day is so draining emotionally and physically, and I need, like, a respite, and sometimes it's hard to do that when you're by yourself. So, like, this is why this is very important.
And I think it's important for us to share too, right?
Oh my God, buddy.
You okay?
Yeah, he's very pointy. And I'm very not pointy.
Yes, you're the opposite of pointy,
Very
which
squishy.
is something we like about you.
I like it too. I just was a little unprepared. At least he didn't get me in the soft bits like last time. Sorry, you were saying.
I was saying that I think it's also important for us to share this respite with you, because this is kind of the reason why we started this channel and we started going live, is because one thing that's really missing from a lot of us, a lot of our lives, is companionship and just good conversation and just feeling like you have someone there in your corner to just parallel play or listen to something that is not harsh, something soft, some soft company, I think, is what we're all missing. And you're so right, it does bring me joy to do this.
And it's not like we will never be political or talk about the harsh truth on this podcast. We will. We are people who are, like, very much impacted by what's happening in the world around us, and so we will speak truth to power when we need to, but we also recognize that it is really nice to just take a break. Like, I don't know about y'all, but so I have epilepsy, right? I've said this before on the pod, but a few years ago I was really, really struggling, and I went into my yearly appointment with my neurologist, and I was like, I'm having seizures again, like, this is all a problem, like, my migraines are really fluctuate, like, I'm having all these issues. And he was like, are you watching the news? And I was like,
duh.
Obviously, I'm a millennial in the world. Of course I'm watching the news. He's like, I'm writing you a prescription to stop watching the news. And I'm like, excuse me? He's like, you are being so stressed out by the parts of the world around you that you physically cannot control, that is contributing to the stress you're experiencing and exacerbating your illness.
So the world is physically harming you.
The world is physically harming you. He's like, stop watching the news. He's like, it's all well and good for you to go out and seek out the news and keep informed, but don't be watching it 24/7. He's like, prescribe yourself like 1 hour on Tuesday evening to check the headlines, see what's going on, you know, and leave it at that. He's like, delete all the news apps off your phone. Don't watch it on TV. He's like, if you can avoid it, try. He's like, don't be apathetic. He's like, don't be completely disconnected, but just stop watching it all the time. And you know what? He was right. Right. I'm still very much clued into what's happening, but just turning off the television and not having it going all the time in the background has made a world of difference.
And you know what? Like, it's not about apathy, really, but for me, it's about managing my own energy. I am someone who doesn't have enough spoons in a day to give a shit about all of this.
Yeah.
I barely have enough spoons to feed myself and shower occasionally. Like, I showered today. You're welcome.
Thank you.
But
we appreciate it.
But you know, I know, I made an effort.
It has been unseasonably hot these last couple of days.
But the thing is, if I spend my energy and my spoons interacting with the media and absorbing all of that bad juju and energy and worrying about all the babies that are dying in Gaza that I can do nothing about, I am going to burn out. So I need to really manage how much time I dedicate to that part. I don't want to be disconnected, like you said. I want to be informed, and I want to use that information to make my daily decisions. But at the same time, I need to care for myself. I can't just lose myself into that stream of bad news and let it absorb me, because I am someone who will get absorbed by it. And
I saw something.
Game over.
Like that.
I saw something on Instagram the other day where somebody was like, I'm not avoiding the news. I'm preparing for when it's here.
Oh,
and I was like,
interesting take.
Okay. And they went on to kind of like be like, look, there's so many incredible people who are on the front lines right now doing the action. I'm just waiting for when they can no longer do it and they need fresh bodies to step into the line. And I was like, that's so dark.
That is really dark.
But that is also recognizing that we're in this for the long haul.
We are, yeah.
So.
I don't think this is going to be resolved overnight.
No,
for sure.
It's definitely it takes its toll, especially if you're in a situation where you don't have a choice but to watch the news.
Yeah.
Or be directly impacted by it.
By it. Sometimes you, like in my situation, I cannot turn it off.
Yeah.
That's why moments like these are very precious to me, because or Thursdays, because or even my teaching, like, I know it's weird, but I don't have, like, I shouldn't. Exactly, it's a different subject, and I'm not going to talk politics to my students as much as I kind of want to.
No, your work politics.
But like, it's nice to have that respite, so that, because every day I have to look, and I'm not going to lie, every day it makes you want to just, I don't know, it's like between punching a wall and crying my eyes out. Kind of like
why not both?
Why not both? Not to
sometimes it's happy too, but like
not to kind of turn the conversation, but to maybe like bring us back to a slightly more positive place of like, what can we do and how can we find joy in it. There are 6, 7, 8 pattern designers who got together over the last couple of weeks and decided that they were going to do a fundraiser for
Palestine.
Yes.
I think they're splitting it between UNICEF and I can't remember what, but between two
for the food.
World Central Kitchen, maybe?
I don't remember.
So 2 aid organizations. Essentially what these designers are doing is they are saying that between Friday and today, the 19th and the 21st, all of their pattern sales are going to be split between these 2 aid organizations. So if you've had your eye on one of their patterns, this is the weekend to buy it.
I bought 4.
This was incredibly inspiring to several other designers who decided to do the same thing. So there's 2 other, I think, Danish designers. I'll reshare the posts in just a second to our Purl Perspectives Instagram.
Yep.
But 2 other designers who decided we're going to do the same thing and we're going to donate all of our proceeds to Doctors Without Borders. So we can help in small ways, even when it feels impossible to do from the other side of the planet. But we can, simply by buying a pattern this weekend, help feed people who are going through a genocide, a forced famine. Mm-hmm. So, do what we can with the resources we have, and
I think that's really beautiful.
Keep speaking out where we can.
Most of the time, we feel when we're looking at the news.
There's
Hello,
Gus.
Hey, guys.
When we're looking at the news, it feels like there's nothing you can do, and it does make you kind of dive into this powerlessness.
You can just see the top
spiral. But the fact that we can just continue doing what we are good at doing,
Yep.
supporting other people,
Yep.
other people's talents and crafts, and also be contributing to aid coming to where it's needed,
Yep.
is so beautiful to me.
Yep.
Because it gives you an opportunity to use what you normally would do in your life for some good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that feels nice. That feels like I'm not actually that powerless.
Yep.
That there is some influence that I can bring, and it's good.
And friendly reminder, sending an email to your local elected officials, reminding them that the things that are happening are not acceptable, and that you are calling upon your elected officials to push to have that change.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
That's great.
Is a free thing that you can do.
Yeah.
And it, again, is speaking truth to power. So
Yeah.
always worth doing.
100%.
Yeah.
And it can be about anything. Like, I think writing to your elected officials and being involved at every level of government is worthwhile. It could be about, oh my God, Gus is like living his best life over there. It could be about like emailing your city councilor about installing street lights where there's maybe cars going too fast in your neighborhood. It could be about emailing your members of parliament about things that are happening on the international scale. Do it. It's free. Doesn't take long, and there's lots of great templates out there.
Yeah,
for writing to
resources
them.
are available.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go ahead and reshare those two pattern designers things on our Instagram for everybody to see. Hopefully you'll buy some patterns. I have my eye on a couple. I think I'm going to buy them this afternoon.
And kind of segueing into a different topic, in a world where we're bombarded with such serious high stakes news, I wanted to ask y'all a question that absolutely has no political value and is just silly at best. And that is, what are your current unpopular opinions about knitting and the knitting the knitting stage, the knitting environment?
Ooh.
I have a couple
Yes,
unpopular
do tell.
opinions, and I don't know how many you want to do, but I'm happy
you
to
get started. We'll chime in. Because
Go
if
for
there's
it.
one thing that we can guarantee you on this podcast is that we are opinionated.
Yeah. My first unpopular opinion is that we need to stop hating on crochet.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Like, listen.
Yeah. You cannot like the look of it,
Yeah.
but you don't need to be like rude and like making other people uncomfortable about that.
Okay,
I am
buddy.
a multi-stitcher. I knit and crochet, but crochet was my first fiber craft that I learned. So it has a special place in my heart. But even me, when I started getting more into knitting, I was like, I just don't like how crochet looks that much.
Which is weird because
I really
looks really nice.
I know, but I think I was just like falling for the trap of the internet and how like maybe I had paired it a little bit with like the feelings of me being a teenager and doing crochet were very melded together, where I was like, you know what, it's not its fault.
Yep.
And we shouldn't be hating on crochet.
Yep.
And if the girlies are discovering it and they're making two squares and putting them together and calling it a sweater, you go, girl.
Yeah.
You make your crochet sweater, slay queen.
And,
Yeah, and that's another thing to go off of this. Do not diss people for getting into crafting because they want to make a dupe of something they saw online. Stop it! Let them make the dupes that they want to make the dupes
Let
of.
people enjoy things.
Yes, exactly.
well, it's more like stop judging people for their choices. Like,
Yeah.
That's
whatever.
asking way too much of society.
You know what? No,
I'm just talking about crochet.
You know what? But I feel
Yeah,
like
no,
that
it's
is
true.
my unpopular opinion because so many times you can fall in that rabbit hole, whether it's knitting, crocheting, or fiber arts, or outside of fiber arts sphere.
Yeah.
Of like people saying like, well, I don't do it this way, therefore it must be, it must be bad.
Yeah.
And it's that mentality of thinking like, I'm judging you because it doesn't fit in my box or my rhetoric or my way of doing things. Can we just stop doing that? I remember seeing something about, I think it was about cooking, like just food from another part of the world. And these people were literally having opinions about like, well, nobody should eat that. but you're from North America. Your diet is very different.
Mm-hmm.
Your access to food is very different. Mm-hmm. Who are you to judge what people are eating somewhere else in the world?
Yep.
Again,
you didn't grow up in that area.
Enjoy things.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's just, it baffles me the amount of times that people do that. Like, why is it hard? Why is it so hard for you to not say anything?
There's this layer of North American, particularly American exceptionalism that underlies a lot of this, and you can start picking apart the colonialism of it all very easily.
And it's you know what, this is another maybe unpopular opinion, I don't know at this point, but the other thing I noticed is we do this thing where we generalize a lot, and it really, like, look at just knitting versus crochet. I'm a knitter. Doesn't mean I have to diss on crochet.
Yeah.
But it's that idea that we tend to generalize an entire group for being different or for being, and it just, like, even the way we just, like, think just the way we talk.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if I'm to say, I don't know, I don't like people who follow this particular system of belief. Why would I generalize? Why do you need to, like...
Why all people? You don't know them.
Well, that's my point.
Maybe
it's
you
like,
know
why?
one, and they happen to be part of that.
So many times people will start, and I do it too. I think we all do it to a certain degree. We'll be like, we'll just like, well, all, like, and we won't even say all. We'll just say men versus women. Men are, women are, instead of like, hey, the men in my life, this is the experience I've had with them. The women in my life, this is the experience I've had with them. But instead we just, right away, we generalize. All Christians, all Americans, all whatever. Insert any word you want, right? But it's just like, why do we do that? Why is it so hard for us to just understand that, like...
Hi, Gussie.
We are literally... He's such a... All cats.
Such a suck.
That's the only generalization I approve, is when they say all cats are adorable, because that is the truth. But
I owe an apology to cats, because I kept saying, well, cats are not as affectionate as dogs. I don't think I do.
No, they are.
And look at this marshmallow of a cat.
The difference.
Look, some cats are dicks, but they're all adorable.
Well, here's the thing. It's not that some cats are dicks. Is that some cats are choosy of who they give their affection to. That's very different. Tati is a great example. My cat. If it's me or Matt in the house, my partner, she's like the same as him. She'll flop over, give me pets, and she like rolls around on her back, shows her belly, and you can pretty much do whatever you want to her, and she will not move.
My other needle. Oh, thank you.
But if anybody else comes in the house, she goes to hide.
She does.
Nothing to do with anybody.
I think it took me... How long have you lived in your current place for?
Oh, it's been a while.
Two years?
2 years? Yeah.
I feel like the last time I was there was the first time she ever willingly approached me while I was awake.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've slept over at your house before.
Yeah.
And I woke up in the middle of the night, and she's like sitting on the couch staring at me, and as soon as she realizes I'm awake, she runs away.
Yeah.
But when we're there, normally she'll, like, if she does creep out after a couple of hours, it's like to dart past us to go to the litter box or to go somewhere else. She doesn't stop to interact. It's just been in the last, like, couple of months where she's like...
Because she's feeling much better. But also I've noticed that if somebody sleeps over within, like, a day or two, like my in-laws or my cousin or my friend who they come and they stay for more than 1 or 2 days, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I guess you're not a threat. It's like, oh, you haven't tried to kill me in 24 hours. I guess you're acceptable.
I guess you can stay.
Versus her brother who's just like, I love you because you gave me food.
Yep, can confirm. He's a slut for a good snack.
Oh, yeah, he is 100%.
I mean, same. Like, literally same, but that's probably why we understand each other, Tolstoy and myself. Yeah.
But anyway, to go back, it's just like, generalizing is just, I don't understand it. But again, I also...
That's because you have a functioning brain.
But I also do it sometimes. Woo! I have to stop myself and go like, why am I doing that? Like, there's no point, there's no need to say that.
Yeah.
But it's the way we talk. It's not even... I do wholly believe that in most cases, we don't actually think that way.
Yeah.
I want to believe.
Yeah.
That humans are not that dumb. That we're not going to be like, yes, everybody who fits in this group is like that. No. But we say it because probably we generalize and we assume that enough people in this group act a certain way that it justifies saying everybody.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's a very gray area, right? 50 Shades of Grey.
I grew up in a household where whenever we said, "Oh, I hate that," we get in trouble.
Really?
Like, my mom would be like, "Don't say you hate something. Don't you dislike it. You don't hate it, right?"
Mm-hmm.
Which, when you're like 10, 13, 17...
There's no difference.
There's no difference. You're just simmering in rage, and you're taking it out on something or
Oh my god, that is
whatever.
so
And
accurate.
so, especially if you're going through multiple medication chains, because you're chronically ill. But she would constantly say, my mom would constantly say, "Don't say you hate something. You don't like something." And then I'd be like, "Fine, I don't like it." And then she'd go, "Well, why don't you like it?" Right? And that was the thing. We always had to explain why we didn't like a thing. Which, when you're a kid, you're like, "I hate doing this. I'm not here for the thought exercises.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just here to express my opinion, and everybody has to listen to me."
Yeah.
Now, in my 30s, that's actually become a really valuable lesson. Where when I sit down and I'm like, "Oh, I hate this thing," I'm like, "Wait, why? Why do I not like this thing?" And I take myself through that thought exercise of like taking it apart. Like, is it just one aspect of it? Is it the way that it makes me feel? Is it the fact that it's really kind of frustrated my routine? Like, what is it about this thing?
Is it that I have to do it and not that I want to do it?
Exactly. And more often than not, the thing itself is not the problem. It's just that it's impacted my life in a way that I didn't expect it. And that's where my frustration comes from. So from there, I'm able to scale it back to being like, okay, this thing frustrates me. If I have to deal with it again, I need to just like stick it in my schedule in advance.
Mm-hmm.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call good parenting. That's how you're supposed to do it.
I didn't learn that.
I don't think that was the end game of my parents.
But that's
I
good
appreciate
parenting.
it nonetheless.
Right?
It
Like,
was-
at least in this regard, that was a really good... Because it's critical thinking.
Yeah.
It's also like, hey, like, how about you freaking think for yourself?
Well, I think what it was my mom just never wanted my sister and I to be like, "I hate you," because we didn't, right?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't... We were frustrated at whatever decision they made, but we didn't actually hate them. And I think that was the, like, underlayer of her lessons, but it has really served me in multiple ways.
Because you are
growing
careful
up.
when you're choosing your words.
I try to be.
Yeah.
I try to be, because you never
It's
know
important.
how
No, it is.
what you say could impact someone. Because that's another thing, right? Like, intent does not equal impact, right?
Yeah.
I could say something that is, in my brain, a complete joke, incredibly flippant, completely unnecessary and unimportant. But somebody else could be like, "Wow, you've just invalidated a whole experience I had as a child."
Yeah.
Right? And doesn't matter what I was thinking when I said it. If that person's hurt, that's what matters. That something I said hurt a person. So, like, yeah, intent does not always equal impact. It's just like lying on the side of the bed.
It's just...
It's not a bed, it's a tunnel.
It's a
Oh,
tunnel.
it's a
I
tunnel.
really want one of those things for my cat. I
It
feel
has
like
a bed
Toy
in the
and
middle, but
Tatsy
it's
would lose
mostly
her
a
shit.
tunnel. My other unpopular knitting opinion, hold on to your socks. Continental knitting is not any faster. Shut up. It's not any faster. Stop telling people that if they want to knit faster, they need to learn continental.
Nope.
No, you don't need to learn continental. It's not any faster. You know what's fast? Practice.
Yes.
That's
is
what
true.
makes you fast. And you can add accommodations for yourself or make smaller movements or do a slightly different style of holding your yarn or whatever. Just practice. That's what makes you fast.
Yep.
I do both. I do continental and I do English. I am equally as fast at both.
I would like to add, too, that in so many of the instances where I've seen people make the argument that continental knitting is faster, doesn't matter what style you're knitting. Those people making that argument typically knit for 3 to 4 hours a day and can produce more simply because they are prioritizing
You're sitting
knitting
longer.
more.
You're not going any faster.
They're just putting more hours in.
And who cares?
That's not the case.
But here's the thing, though. Who cares if one would be faster than the other? Does that mean you can't knit English because it's
No.
slower? Like,
Nope.
I'm sorry. Like, I love knitting for knitting's sake.
Yeah.
I don't need it to be done at like
Yeah.
the speed of light.
We're not
I just
selling stockings to feed our family.
I just
Okay.
I just want it to be comfortable.
And I did take a class one time about like knitting for efficiency and speed, and I really appreciated everything that the instructor had to say, and a lot of it was true. Actually, all of it was true. For every different style of knitting, where it's throwing or lever or Portuguese thumb flicking or whatever it was, there is a certain technique that is not going to fit that style very well, right? So like maybe color work is harder if you're knitting English. Maybe cables...
Not harder, just slower.
Slower. Maybe cables are going to be slower if you're knitting continental. Whatever it is. And sure, there are more efficient ways to do it. But you only ever really want to make it efficiently if you're like on a challenge.
Yep.
Or if you want to make stuff to sell, which like why would you want to do that when there's knitting machines out there? Just get a machine and get the machine to do the work for you, right? If you really want to go into business that way. But other than that, again, let people knit however they want to knit. Just because you're fast and you happen to knit continental, which by the way is not a real term. There is no continent. Which continent?
European continent.
Yeah, but it's not really...
It's English versus continental.
Yeah, but England is also in Europe.
Yeah, but it's not a part of the continent. It's
was.
an island. No, you're thinking
I see what you mean.
You're thinking of the political.
Yeah. We're talking.
That was the thing back in like ye olden times. They'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to the continent on the grand tour," meaning they were leaving the island of Britain to go travel through the different countries of the European continent.
It doesn't make sense. That style of knitting was also present in other places of the world.
It
that wasn't the
but
European
Europe
continent.
did it Europe. That's what it is.
They do a Europe.
Europe
Anyway.
Europe.
It doesn't matter. If you're fast and you happen to knit that style, shut up about it.
Yeah. Unless you are a pattern designer and that affects your gauge, in which case, please mention it.
Please mention it.
In your gauge numbers in your pattern.
Yeah.
Because there are,
Essentially, if you're doing it for a specific reason that will help the knitter, then okay. But if you're doing it just because you feel like your way of doing it is superior, then just, maybe don't say that.
Because I throw when I knit, so English style knitting, if I were to ever design a pattern, which I don't think I will, I have no desire to do it, but if I were, I would mention that in my pattern because my stitches are so much shorter and therefore my row gauge would be so much denser that anybody knitting continental would have to do a whole bunch of math in order to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Or, alternatively, provide 2 gauges.
It's good information.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's alright to have a different style and be very proficient at that style.
It doesn't make you a better person.
And it also doesn't make it okay for you to shove it down people's throat because you think your way is better.
Yep.
Ain't that the truth about everything in life?
Yep.
Do you have a knitting hot take? Unpopular opinion?
Maybe, I don't know. The only unpopular opinion would probably be maybe don't spend too much time on the social media, like, world of, like, knitting and or crafts. Like, because it can be, I know. I'm saying this because...
We are literally on the social media.
I know. But I mean...
Going against our very ethos.
Yes, but you can do it without making it that it's your entire personality or your entire life. And it's not even like about you being a poster. It could be like you literally just like, what do you call it? Doom scrolling?
Yeah.
Right? But like about this content, like, I feel like some people tend to just, it's so much all the time. I see new content of specific people like every day. I'm like, I don't understand why.
That's because it's a job.
No, I know. I get that. But I feel like it's a lot. I feel like we're just putting so much pressure on ourselves for doing these things all the time and everything. And whether you're a creator or a consumer of social media, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, it'd be more like, my unpopular opinion is like, I don't know, like take a break or not take a break, but just like, it's okay to like, it's okay if you're not always there, if you're not always consuming, if you're not always, I don't care what people say, because I
unfortunately care a lot.
You know what?
I'm very fragile.
I'm realizing the more, I think I am the eldest out of the three of us, and I'm realizing the older I get, the less, it's true, the less F's I give.
Amen.
Like 100%. And
hold on. Someone at midnight just turned 30. And I turned her and I was like, Taylor, when you turned 30, did you also feel 50% of your fox live in your body? She was like, yes, actually.
And I can tell you that
great.
when you reach the other end of that decade, the other 50% leaves you. And it's just like, and it's kind of like,
and this is why menopausal women are the most dangerous people on the planet.
that's also why I love them so much, because they really just don't, like, it will always make me think of this, like, this comedian who was talking about women in different areas of different decades of their lives, and he was like talking about how in their 20s it's all about like, I want to find a man, and then you get to the last one who's like a woman who's like postmenopausal, she's chilling, she's just swimming in the ocean, it's like and she's just like, this is perfect, I don't need nobody. And it's like that idea of thinking like she is perfectly content with herself, does not need anybody to validate her choices, what she's doing, doesn't need anybody, period. Yeah. And it just, and it doesn't mean that we want to be solitary creatures, but I'm realizing that what I used to give a lot of credit to, or what I used to really think about as like, oh,
high
this
value.
opinion, like this person's opinion, or I really want this person to like what, and then I'm like, but why though? Like, I think, and it happened, for me at least, I can say it really happened from one day to the next. It wasn't gradual, it was really like, I woke up one morning, I was just like,
I don't actually care.
Yeah, and it was really like, just, I don't know why. I don't understand why it is that way. I don't know if I snapped in some shape or form.
Hello, Tobias.
Hi.
We're talking about how the most dangerous person in the world is a woman who doesn't care about your opinion.
Why do you think so many divorces happen in people's 40s and 50s?
I agree.
Just saying.
Do you have a knitting unpopular opinion?
I do.
I feel like you have more than one.
I do.
Hit me.
Okay, number 1. Okay, I feel like I should add the quantifier that my opinions don't matter.
Okay.
To the rest of the world.
No, it's
you make whatever
true.
the hell you want to make.
This is why it's your unpopular.
This is why it's my unpopular opinion. Number 1, I don't like the look of chunky knits.
Oh,
I just don't. They're not for me. They're for other people. I don't particularly like knitting with chunky yarn because I find it unergonomic and painful, but just, just for other people, I don't particularly like them.
It does make my wrist kind of hurt when I'm working on it. I can't work on it long.
I think I've only done one really chunky knit sweater once, and I'm not gonna lie, that is true. Yeah. My wrists did not appreciate it.
Which chunky sweater?
Oh, I've only wore it once. It didn't turn out so. I forgot the name of it. I have it on my Ravelry.
Okay.
It was bad. It's
like
just,
when we're talking about chunky. Oh, hi, Gus.
Hello. I mean, like chunky.
He's back.
Like what millimeter needle were you using?
Oh God, I think it was like a 13 US 13 or something.
Okay, that's a real chunker.
Yeah, it was.
Like,
are
we talking?
Yeah. One of
chunk?
these. Yeah. It was pretty. Okay. And it is not.
Because I also have this chunk.
Oh yeah,
ooh, baby. That's a real chunker right there.
Hey buddy, I kind of need to see my pattern.
Are those socks? No, these are baby pants.
Baby pants.
Look at these cutie pantaloons. They're so sweet.
They'll be the cutest of patootiest.
The cutest patootiest. I'm actually really close.
You are.
Yeah.
I'm probably about to start the
What do you want to bet I might finish this today?
I believe in you.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. After we finish the stream, I wanted to play some Planet Crafter. Mm-hmm. So that usually just takes up all of my...
Doesn't it that way? When it's like, I realize whenever I want to start playing the video game, I'm like, okay, but that, like, the second I decide to make that decision, I've lost 5 hours of my life.
Yeah,
I haven't lost it, but you know what I mean? It's like, whatever you had, like, planned to do for that day, forget it. It's gone. Because I will be lost in that game for 5 hours.
I feel that way about the books that I read. I come home and I'm like, I'll just read for half an hour before I make dinner. Next thing I know, it's 10 p.m.
12 hours later.
Can I just point out how he's just like putting his paw, he's like, and looking at me like, where's the pets?
Yeah, he's very affectionate.
He's very needy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, he's a good catto.
And my partner's been like, should we get a Maine Coon? I'm like, we already have 2 cats, babe.
And one of them's part Maine Coon.
Well, so we think they're part Norwegian cat. But
we're good with the camera where it is, Tobias. It's a lot of movement and whatever, so
maybe next time. I thought Toy was part Maine Coon.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, we're not 100% sure. We've never done a test, but like the
he gives the vibe.
The vibe is or the not the vibe, but the the impression we're getting is Norwegian forest cat is the name.
Norwegian forest cat.
So they're very similar to Maine Coon in like the shape and the long hair, but they are smaller. They're much smaller. Maine Coons are like, look at this thing.
Yeah, this cat is ginormous.
Maine Coons are very big.
Boy.
Norwegian forest cat tend to be like smaller, but they still have that Maine Coon like vibe going for them a little bit. So we're not 100% sure. We've never actually done the test on those cats. They're both rescues. And they were kind of like found in a barn somewhere. We just know that there is some cat of hypoallergenic.
This cat is very allergenic, I will say.
Maine Coons are not that.
He sheds like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
I've been finding cat hair everywhere in my house, and he's only been here for a couple days.
I've taken 2 antihistamines, and my face is so itchy, and I've only been here for like an hour and a half, but still.
Yeah, I know.
So itchy.
Yeah, I know, and we might have to end up early because I really have to like I mean, if we want to stay a little longer.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I can keep going.
Okay, good.
This is why I'm knitting, so I don't touch my face.
Because I wish you guys could see, like, there's, like, flecks of cat hair everywhere.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's
like,
not at the right angle.
I'm really
intense.
enjoying having Gus around, for sure. But I don't think I could deal with this much hair on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
Oh, we have a question. They said, I'm assuming, do you make socks too?
Oh, yeah.
Do we also make socks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is the sock queen right here.
I have knit, I think, like 70-something pairs of socks since I started knitting socks in 2018.
Are you
Jesus
kidding me?
I know.
Nice.
Let me check.
Let's do some math.
What?
70 pairs of socks.
Hold on, I will give you an
2018.
actual number.
That's 10 pairs of socks a year.
Yeah, there was one year
That's
I
a
knit
month
like
of
15.
sock pair.
Sorry, 60. And I finished 2 more pairs that are not in here. 62 pairs of socks.
Oh, wow.
Since
With the
2018, so
63rd.
2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25.
And I really
7
actually
years.
probably like 2019, because I think the first pair of socks that I ever knit in full was 2019 Christmas gift. I think.
So then in 2025 is not finished yet. So no. 2025 is not finished yet. So 6 years of socks, 60 pairs, 62.
62 pairs with the 63rd on the needle.
Okay, so that's more than 10 pairs a year.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Well, and this year's been slow
because
for me
it's not the
sock-wise.
only thing you're making. You're also making like sweaters and t-shirts
Yeah.
and hats.
Last year I knit, I think, like 15 pairs of socks last year, and this year I spent the first 6 months of the year. I think I make like one single pair. The first
Well,
6
there was
months,
a
'cause
little
I was like in a sock
tiny,
burnout.
like a little tiny period where you're like, I can't do it.
Yeah, that was
How long did that last?
Until like May. Well, I think I maybe like started a pair and like slowly worked on them from like February to May. But like, yeah, definitely. I mean, I even finished a pair today. I didn't take any photos of them though, but they're on the drying rack. So
I really gotta get on going with my socks. I have way too many on the needles to the point where I no longer have any needles available.
Girl, just assign one of them to knit night and only take them to knit night, or be like, that's what I have to take with me.
Yeah, but I also assigned these baby pants too.
Well, you're almost done those baby pants.
Yeah, but then what if I want to make some more?
Well, I suppose.
If you're gonna be weird, you're gonna get out. Don't be weird. No weird.
Yeah.
Stop that. Or get out. Anyway.
I have some more unpopular knitting opinions.
Hit me.
Yes.
But I know for a fact I'm not the only one who thinks them. Don't make a pattern that everyone else is making just because it's trending right now.
Yes!
Amen.
And also,
Oh my god, yes!
there are certain mainstream designers who I firmly believe are hella overrated.
Okay, well, listen. Being popular and being overrated is not the same. But I do agree that there are some popular designers that are just popular because people are buying,
Making them.
not because people are making their stuff.
Yeah. That's
Right?
fair.
And to me, that's a really interesting difference because I don't want to know what people are buying. I want to know what people are making.
Yep.
And I'm not seeing projects. I'm seeing sales. You know?
Yeah.
Vera Lamka, you're on ick. Okay, give me the.
Does this mean we've reached like some level of like?
It's fine.
Popularity?
Just ignore the.
But yeah, no, I like.
Oh my god.
I think part of it too is just like the style of things that I want to make are not necessarily mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
I like the Tolstoy pattern because it's a simple basic, but I'm making it to layer with multiple other things that are like multiple textures, multiple colors, whatever. But
Yeah.
the sad beige knits for sad beige knits
Sad
sakes,
beige knits for
I'm like,
sad
I don't-
beige children.
I'm just
Look,
not here for it.
And that's
No,
okay.
just
Like
not
if
here for
this
it.
is your vibe and you like it, you go and have fun. But I agree that like we shouldn't. Because that was one of the things that I learned, right? The fear of missing out is something I really have.
FOMO.
And
Knitting FOMO is so real, y'all.
And
it's so real.
it's real, but like at the same time, like I said, like if it's a project that you think is going to bring you joy, that's
Yeah.
awesome. But if it's
Yeah.
if you're doing this just because everybody else is doing this and you want to go on you want to get on the bandwagon, if that brings you joy, go for it. But if it doesn't bring you joy and just feel forced to do it, don't do it. You're gonna hate it, and you're probably not gonna even wear the project when it's done. That's what's frustrating.
You know what's recently happening to me on this bandwagon as well is that I'm starting to feel like I'm starting to feel like rejection for the popular patterns.
Mm-hmm.
It's not in a malicious way.
Yeah.
More in like a, I don't know,
Buddy, where's
it's
my-
not special anymore.
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
it's been seen, it's been done. I
Yeah.
want to do something else, something more. I hate saying the word original because, like, we live in 2025. There's no more originality. We're all refrying things.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine. That's how the world works. But
Yeah.
I just want to make something that's a bit more special. And if I make the same beige sweater as the other half of the world, I'm not going to feel like a special girl.
I want to stand out in my knitwear. I want to walk down a hall wearing the sweater I made and people be like, damn, right? I don't want to walk down
Wha-bam.
the hall in a sweater where someone's like, oh, did you get that at like J. Crew? Like, thank you for thinking my stitches are that tiny and neat, but no.
And that's okay.
I want it to scream handmade.
and that's okay. That's okay.
I want it to scream
Can
handmade.
you imagine, like, you spend months making something and they're like, oh my god, did you get this at Aritzia?
You're just like,
It's
no.
not the compliment you think it is.
Well, look,
not.
again, if your intention is
To go for that
To go
look,
for that.
then
Yeah.
you nailed it.
Oh, absolutely.
there is nothing wrong with that.
No.
Like, you go for it and you wear them proudly.
Yep.
But, like...
My intention
it's-
is not that.
Exactly.
I also feel like popularity is a really fickle thing in the digital era
Mm-hmm.
because it's mostly fabricating.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube did its magic to get me in this stream, but I'm fully enjoying it here. Oh, thank
Oh,
you so
thank
much,
you.
Farrell.
Nice.
So nice to meet ya.
And it's okay if you don't knit. We're just chatting.
Yeah. We're just having fun.
We do love a good
Yeah.
chat prompt, though.
Yeah.
So if you have anything
Seriously.
you're curious for us to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
I don't even remember. We were talking about popularity.
Oh, popularity
Popularity.
is fickle.
It's fickle and it's also kind of fabricated, you know?
Yep.
Because, listen, well, some of the designers that are kind of overrated, right? I'm not going to mention them because I don't want to be a hater.
No,
But-
I don't hate their designs. They're just not for me.
But, like, they are popular on social media because they take excellent pictures of what they make. And it's literally a drop shoulder sweater.
Yeah.
There's, like, nothing else.
Yep.
But it's just a fluffy sweater. It doesn't have anything like particularly exciting about it. It's just a beautifully made, well designed, very well photographed sweater.
Yep.
And of course it's gonna gain popularity
Yep.
because Instagram is an app that rewards well taken photographs, or at
Mhm.
least they
Yeah.
used
Yep,
to.
yep,
I don't
yep.
know about it
The
anymore.
more a person clicks on something, the more it's shown to other people, right? Like, that's the way the algorithm works. It's going to push
Exactly.
things to you that have already gotten traction so that it gets more traction. So then the things that have lots of clicks tend to swallow up the things that don't have lots of clicks just because that's the way the algorithm functions.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I thought the posts that have the most likes must be the best patterns out there. You know what? They're not. I've made some of those patterns and I found them lacking.
I mean, it's
not all of them, but it was just
but
they didn't bring me as much enjoyment as I wanted to have. I was just like, well, I'm just
sometimes it's just like the algorithm, like they know how to work the algorithm very well. It could be, and it can also be a great pattern. But
look, and when that's your full-time job, managing the SEO is just as important as creating the actual design itself. So that's part of their job, is to create something that is highly marketable and is going to take off in the digital sphere.
Well,
like that just means they're doing their job well.
At the end of the day, it is their job to make sales, right? Yeah. But me as a consumer that actually wants to make the item, I don't care about how many sales you're making. I care about, like, are people like enjoying the pattern that you made? Like, I want to see someone who made it talk about how well written it was. I want to see someone who made it wearing the thing and has a similar body shape than I do.
Look, if you are like me and you are tired of seeing the same 2-3 designers' patterns in Ravelry, and it's kind of giving you fatigue to look for new things, just mute them.
Ooh, spice!
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a couple of designers who, some of them I do actually take umbrage with. Some of them I'm just like, their vibe is not my vibe, so I'm not interested in looking what they create, because I'm probably never going to make it, because it's just not what I'm looking to make.
Yeah.
I've just muted them on my Ravelry search function so that they don't clutter up my search fields.
I think which is really smart.
Like, I've just, essentially what I've done is I've said, hey, I'm refining my search even more.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not malicious. I'm just not really interested.
And we have a weaver with us, so that's kind of cool.
Weaver. Did you know that weavers were also called Websters?
Websters?
Mm-hmm.
Like down with Webster?
Yeah, like
Why
Merriam-Websters. Because they were weaving webs.
Oh!
I was going to say, it's like spiders. Yay!
I like
cool?
that. That's good.
Yeah, I learned that on Tasting History with Max Miller. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Websters.
That's so cool.
That.
Websters.
History's so cool, everybody. You can't tell me differently.
History's so cool.
Yeah. Can I talk about a cool history thing?
Yeah,
sure.
Okay, so I think I've said before where I work on the internet. I can't remember.
You work at a conservation lab.
Yeah. Okay, well, one of the people in the other labs, in the paper lab, was recently working on a project that had to do with Lucy Maud Montgomery.
Really?
Yeah, she was treating a bunch of her letters, and sent around a message to a bunch of us in, the other labs, and was like, hey, before they head back to, their home, why don't you come up and see them? And we're like, yeah, cool. And then she comes downstairs a little later, this fellow conservator, and she goes, okay, you have to come up and you have to see this specific letter because it mentions the Blue Castle, which is the favorite LMM book of several of my coworkers. Mm-hmm. And so what did we do?
Sorry, what is LMM?
Lucy Maud Montgomery.
Got it. Okay,
and so we tromped upstairs to the lab, and we then proceeded to look at this, assortment of letters written by Lucy Maud Montgomery like 100 years ago.
Damn.
Where she's talking about like, oh, I just wrote this book. It just was published a few months ago. I'm currently writing Emily's Quest. It's so nice to be back in Emily's world.
I can't believe you're working on those letters.
Not me.
Oh, your colleague.
It's my colleague, the paper conservator who's working on them. But it was just so cool to be like, 100 years ago, she was talking about this like it happened yesterday. Because to her it did. And it was just so cool to be in the presence of a thing that was capturing a moment in time like that.
That is so crazy.
So, and I mean, that's what happens to me every day at work. I am handling objects that capture a moment in time, but it felt so much more tangible because it was a written letter.
Do you think years and years from now, people are going to read our email archive?
Oh, I hope not. Not mine in particular.
And just wonder what FYI means.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
We
need to decipher this code.
Yeah.
Now that you're talking about letters, it makes me think, now that I've gotten into, like, stationery and fountain pens, it's a rabbit hole. I highly recommend it. Great inks and pens out there. Mm-hmm. I find myself really wanting to write letters again.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I'm finding it hard to know what to say in a letter.
Well, I saw something recently, and I can't remember if I shared it with you all or not, but somebody was like, oh, yeah, have you ever come across these journals that people have written where they're like, oh, went to the beach today, Bobby splashed me and was so annoying, also the Reichstag fire took place. Like they're just like writing down moments of history in
the most casual way possible.
And you're just like, what? And then you start thinking about like what's happening in our everyday life, and it's like, oh, if we could pick up journaling and do the same thing, be like, had lunch with friends, had a pizza, I think I might be allergic to gluten because I did not have a good night. Also, the world's on fire, this person was just elected, quote, quote, quote. Like how crazy would it be in 15 years to go back and read that?
That is crazy.
To be like, what was I doing on the day that this thing happened?
It's really fun to think about, but I think what I'm struggling with is, unfortunately, there aren't many things in my life that are left unsaid. Fortunately and unfortunately, I'm an open book, but also I'm so constantly connected and in communication with every people in my life that I want to be connected with. Yeah. So if I'm sitting down and I pull out a piece of paper and I want to write a letter to my friend Julie, what the hell do I say? She already knows everything. So do I withhold things from my life so I can put them in the letter instead of texting her as they happen? And would that fill the need that I'm feeling of having that physical?
But what if you started a letter writing to... Okay, think about this. Your nibblings that live on the other side of an ocean from you.
Oh, that's a good point.
Well, you could write them letters. They would probably go bananas to receive
That's a really good point. I'm going to write a letter to my nibblings.
And then not only that, how about you start with, if it's for friends close by, how about you do handwritten letters for their birthday or for a specific event?
Yeah,
so now that I got a handwritten letter from Linda for my birthday, I'm like,
Linda wrote you a letter.
Yes, she did. Well, I mean, it was a card. Like, they wrote a little message, and I was like, this makes me feel so like warm and fuzzy.
Linda
and like
is Carine's mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law. She's the best human ever on this planet. So like, I'm just like, to me, this is how I would start. Is go with like specific occasions, so that, and then in that occasion you can like drop little nuggets of things in your life, kind of like, so it's happy whatever, but it's also, I'm so happy you're in my life, blah blah blah, like like there's different, like, it's a message, right? But it's, and then definitely if it's anybody living across the pond, then of course you can go for like a full freaking like on letter of like what's
I'm gonna write a letter to my nibblings.
Do it!
There is, okay, so as we've established on the pod before, I love watching sports documentaries, right? And I watched one earlier this year that was about football players, and one of the players that was featured talks about how every week before a game his dad writes him a multi-page letter just being like,
that's so cute.
And I mean, they live close by. It's not like they don't talk every day or see each other regularly. His dad goes to the games, but he was talking about how his dad writes this letter, and it's just like a reminder of him, of like where he come from, how hard he's working, the things he's trying to achieve, like how he should focus, like those kinds of things to help like center him before he heads into the melee that is an NFL football stadium, and the like insanity that is being a player on a team of that kind of magnitude. And he was saying how, like, he doesn't have to do this. He started it when I was playing on a team that was far away from where he was living as a way to maintain connection. But it became this beautiful ritual between the two of them that he would write this letter every week before a game. And now that they're living in the same city, he continues it because it's this point of connection between the two of them.
That is so sweet.
So George Kittle, in case you're...
Vera says, I love letters not for retelling what I've done, but what you remember about them and how they impacted your life. That's so nice. I would love to get letters about a letter that says like, hey, I had fun hanging out with you. You make me special.
Yeah.
And you make me feel good. And
Jesus
I
Christ,
love having you in my life. And that's true. Not the contents of a letter don't have to be facts.
Nope.
They can be my feelings.
Yes, they can.
Ooh, that would mean I would have to be in touch with my feelings. Spooky. That's very spooky. Did you know that there's someone at our knit night that is a poet?
Oh, I didn't, but I shouldn't be surprised with the volume of people we have, statistically
speaking. Their name is
speaking.
Lynn, and I don't know if you remember Lynn. They were making the doodle cowl many years ago.
Yes.
Anyway, Lynn came to knit night this summer, and we were talking about like, hey, what's new with you? What's going on? And they were saying, oh, hi.
Buddy, don't know.
Okay,
uh-oh. Buddy!
This is why we're wearing the slippery fabric. So that it just hopefully...
Yeah. Sorry, friends. I'm cat sitting, and this cat is, just taking over my house.
That's
He
okay.
decided he lives here now.
So Lynn,
He's large and in charge.
I was asking Lynn how their summer had been, and they said that they had submitted a poem of theirs to a contest, and they won at their university.
Congratulations, awesome.
And I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Like, what do you write about? And they said, well, just how I'm feeling, or like what I'm discovering about myself, or the emotions that I'm having and how they're impacting my life. And I'm like, wow, you must be really in touch with your emotions. And they were like, yeah, are you not? And I was like, no, I push those down. And they were like, that's maybe not so good.
Yeah, that's not healthy, girl.
That's maybe not so great. And I think Lynn is right. I should probably let my emotions
And
fly.
clearly, Gus agrees with that opinion.
Gus, just come here.
No, Gus is
Don't
most
worry
likely
about him.
missing his
Yeah.
routine.
I've discovered while sitting this cat that he doesn't like closed doors, but
Yep.
no doors at all.
That's normal. That's a cat thing.
Room doors,
Yep.
bathroom doors,
That's a
the
cat.
window,
My-
the cabinets.
We have a laundry room that's literally a closet. And if the door is closed, my cat will yell at the door for no reason. I open it. He's like, there's nothing in there for him. He looks inside, and then he walks away. It's like he just doesn't want it to be
Monsieur.
closed.
Monsieur.
He just wants love and attention and territory.
And
Yeah.
territory. That is everything I
needs
always
to-
wanted.
he needs
Love,
to
attention,
look
and
over his
territory.
You just
Kingdom,
want territory.
that's it.
Come here, buddy.
It's a
Come.
very pet-heavy episode, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Come here.
Yeah, it usually isn't this pet heavy, but we've
No.
had double pets here today.
That's right.
And we have been yapping
For 2 hours.
for 2 hours, so maybe I think it's time we round this out with a little nitspiration.
Yayo.
Yayo.
Nitspiration is a
Love
lovely
it.
segment where we talk about what we have seen or interacted with or touched with our fingies or saw on TV or read in a book that is inspiring us this week. Maybe for knitting related reasons, maybe for other inspiration lacking reasons. So, starting with Carine, what has inspired you?
Yes, I'm going to
week?
go back to this wonderful The Wandering Flock yarn, which I have the little, there you go. Well, it's going to be a, I don't know. You're probably not going to see it.
Can you tell that we're over 30?
Yeah.
Very
So
much so.
this base is 100% superwash extra fine merino.
Ooh, fancy.
And it's called Sky Blue, which I'm like, but you know what? I don't care what it's called. It's beautiful. Do not, sir. Thank you. See, this is what I love about my cats. They could not care less about my knitting.
Yeah.
This guy is all about the yarn, apparently.
Yep.
'Cause he likes it.
So what about this yarn is inspiring you?
It's inspiring me because it's the first time I work with it, and it is the most wonderfully soft, velvety
Who doesn't
thing.
love
Like,
good
it just
soft
looks
things?
so luxurious, feels so luxurious, and I did not. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think merino could get that way.
Really?
I thought, I'm like, because I'm so sold to alpaca that I'm like, nothing beats baby alpaca. To be fair, it's still
Nothing beats a Jet
is
2
not.
holiday.
It's-
And right now, you can save 50 pounds per person. Sorry, go on.
It's not baby alpaca, but it's darn close to that same like luxury feeling, and it's the first time I have a merino that doesn't make me itchy in any shape or form.
Wow.
So usually I
Those
get
are-
a little itchy, but this one, nothing.
I wonder what they did to the yarn because you're usually very sensitive to merino.
Yeah.
Yep, I get like little red patches, or at least it's itchy.
Oh,
I
that's
wonder
rough.
where they source it from. Like, maybe it's just like
The breed?
yeah, because, I mean, merino is the breed, but it could also be like, Monsieur!
He's so loud, I love it.
But it could also be like, some merino lines are bred even finer and finer and finer because the
Yeah.
flock is being bred for their fabric or for their fibers have just longer over time.
Yeah, it's true. I do know that the longer the staple of the wool, the smoother the yarn will come out.
And also, when they say extra fine, they mean the micron, like the width of the fiber, like the circular diameter of the fiber. So the...
Oh, I thought you meant... So when you said micron, I thought you meant the thing that makes Anakin Skywalker.
The midi-chlorians? Yes, this has many midi-chlorians.
I was like, does this yarn hold a force? I'm so sorry.
Wait, what's happening? Why is the yarn going towards you? Like,
so many midi-chlorians.
So many midi-chlorians.
So yeah, that is my inspiration this week.
I love it. What's inspiring you,
Well, I'm going to follow Carine and say this brand new stitch that I've just learned.
Oh my god, it's so nice.
This is what you've been swatching
all? This is the cartridge belt ribbing.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm going to attempt to get it closer to the camera. Okay. I've got them on really long needles.
Look at that. It looks it's such a beautiful texture.
That's crazy.
I know.
It's kind of like broken rib.
Yeah. It's quite nice. And it's a 1-row repeat, which I appreciate. Mm-hmm. Once you get the first 2 rows done, it gets so easy to read your stitches because you figure out where the slip columns are. The only thing I'm struggling with now, and that's probably because I just started, is figuring out how many rows I've knit. But I'm sure that'll come with time. So I think I did 8 in this white color. But anyway, I am now very much in love with this cartridge belt rib. The last couple of days I've been looking at my scrap bucket and I've been thinking it'd be really nice to make like a huge, really scrappy scarf.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking like, oh, well, how fun would it be if I just did it like with multiple stripes in
This would make an amazing scarf.
Yeah, so if I did, say, for example, like fingering weight held double so that it was DK weight, or if I did like a fingering weight held with a fluff.
Yeah.
And made that into like one just long continuous scarf, and then it's like as I finish a little ball or nugget of something, I think that'd be really fun.
Love.
So I'm definitely going to investigate this stitch pattern more and see what else I can do with it.
Amazing.
Yay.
That's a really good inspiration.
Yeah.
New technique.
It's very simple, by the way. It's a slip 1, knit 3, slip 1, knit 3.
Oh, that's
fun.
But
when you flip it to the other side, because you're doing a repeat of 4 stitches plus 1,
it shifts
one over. It shifts off, so you're
You know, this is called sequence knitting, where the repeat is the same on every row, but every time you turn around, every time you turn around, the stitch count makes it so that your motif drags forward or backwards a stitch or 2, and it makes for a really interesting texture. Yeah. There's actually a great book called Sequence Knitting that has a lot of examples of this, and it's something that I've been meaning to get into.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Another good example is Yarn Harlot's one row scarf. It's sequence knitting. It's kind of like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a pattern, I think, a repeat of 4, but you cast on 4 plus 1. Mm-hmm. And so it just like keeps diagonally shifting. Pretty cute.
There you go.
I've been knit-inspired by this lovely lady called Kimberly Ann, and her Instagram channel is midsize Kimberly Ann. And Kimberly is an amazing fashion, I want to say, inspiration. She has a really similar body type to mine, and her closet is so whimsical and quirky. And in this one, she's like dressing up, kind of closet cosplay. Monsters, Oblina, which is one of my favorite characters from when I was a child. And I really love her approach at putting outfits together because it's super colorful, which is something I'm aiming to be more conscious about. I have a lot of color in my closet that I'm often kind of a little shy about putting color with color. And so I'm feeling really inspired by the way Kimberly Ann mixes up her patterns and her textures, and she has an incredible sweater game. Not sure if any of them are handmade, but I definitely think I could handmake some of these sweaters. And I really recommend her if you also are a mid-size girly. Mid-size Kimberly Ann.
I will
She's
definitely
fantastic.
be smashing the follow button.
Yeah.
After this podcast.
Honestly, I don't know about you, but I'm always kind of like just getting dressed. I'm not putting on an outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just slapping something over my ass and over my tits and walking out the door.
Pretty much.
And I want to get better at putting a look together. Because I have nice pieces. I've bought them because I like them. But I need to...
learning how to put them together into an outfit.
Yeah, I think for me it's kind of like the styling part. Like today I was like, I'm going to wear a t-shirt and pants, but I think I'm going to roll up the cuffs to make it a little cuter. And it did end up a little cuter, you know? But now I need to work on accessories. Maybe I need to put on earrings or necklaces or something. Gotta find where those are. I have no idea where they are in my house. But yeah, it's something that I'm really trying to get inspired about and try to build more outfits rather than just getting dressed.
And to go back to our earlier conversation about turning 30 and giving 0 fucks, the older you get, the easier it is to put pieces together that would clash when asked, and whatever. And you're just like, no, I want to wear this bright green pair of trousers and this stunning dark blue sweater, and I'm going to do it, and it's going to rock. And it's like, as you get older, that confidence comes in that, like, it may not technically be, like, stylish or in fashion or trending, but when you wear it a certain way, it is.
But it's not only that, it's also because you get to the point where you don't care if it's trendy.
Yeah.
You don't care what is trendy.
Yep.
You just want to be comfortable and happy with what you're looking at, right?
Yeah.
So, like, for me, I'm not dressing for nobody else but me. Like, if I like it, I couldn't care less what anybody else thinks. Right?
Yeah.
Like, nobody else has the right to tell me, like, hey, like, you should dress this way or that way. No, I'm good. Thanks. I appreciate the effort.
I'm not put on my body what I want.
I appreciate the effort, but I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That being said, I do appreciate other people putting on the outfit first so that I know that that's what I want to put on.
Whatever works, whatever makes you to where you want to be.
A long pendant is my go-to. Face is quite round, so the V of it falling. Oh, good idea.
That's really smart.
I just got a long-ass necklace yesterday, so maybe I'll put a little pendant at the end of it.
She said, and I quote, I want a necklace so long it hits my belly button. And guess what she found?
Exactly that.
Exactly.
Nice.
Just a chain, just a long chain.
Yeah.
I think it's cute.
It is really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so are we.
And so are we.
Pose for the camera. Thank you guys so much for being here with us. If you're catching the live, or if you're catching the replay, we love having you here, keeping you company and letting you know about all the shenanigans and fiber craftiness that we are embarking on. Again, we are your 3 pearls. I'm Anahí.
I'm Alix.
I'm Carine.
And this is Purl Perspectives, and we'll see you again with another live stream 2 weeks from now.
No.
Although actually that's going to be a pre-recorded.
It's going to be a pre-recorded one because I will not be in the country. I mean, you guys can go live, just the 2 of you, but, like, let's be real, I'm the reason you all come.
Yeah.
So
she's a hook.
We wouldn't do this without her.
Yes, so unfortunately
we will be back 2 weeks from now, regardless of whether we're live or not. And we can't wait to see you again soon. So thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.